Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Haley's Comment, or hey if you're new. Today I'm going to be taking a personality test. I'm going to be taking basically the free version of the Myers-Briggs personality test. That one costs like $50. I have done it before, but it was a long time ago. The 16 personalities, I did it like maybe a year ago. I don't remember what I got. I do remember that it started with an I. I got in a big argument, drunk, with my friend about whether I was an introvert or an extrovert. She was saying that I must have gotten the wrong results because I'm really an extrovert, but I'm like,
you're crazy, I'm not an extrovert.
I don't know, we'll see what happens today. I got me some Dunkin'. Get through the morning. It's almost 9 o'clock right now. It gets dark so early now. So it's like, I'll just wake up super early and do it. And the lighting in the room that I want to use is too harsh because it's so early. So I'm just like, ugh, I tried. Anyway, we're in the kitchen. It's fine. We have Dunkin' Donuts, so it's even better. I'm interested to see what I get because like I'm not the same person that I was like a year ago. I'm not the same person that I was 2 years ago. Okay, you find it difficult to introduce yourself to people. I would agree. Not super strongly, but I agree. You often get so lost in your thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. 100%. All the time, constantly. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. I am going to strongly disagree. Well, I don't know, maybe just moderately disagree. I definitely don't respond to emails as soon as possible, and my inbox is horribly messy. So actually, I'm gonna strongly disagree.
It's important to tell the truth because if you lie, you're just gonna have to keep lying.
You find it easy to stay relaxed when there is some pressure. I'm gonna disagree. I think it depends on the kind of pressure. Like if I'm trying to do something on the fly and there's like 6 people staring at me,
I'm gonna mess it up.
But if my YouTube channel takes off or something along those lines, like I've done well in like career pressure, you do not usually initiate conversations. I would definitely agree with this one. I don't do that. If you're gonna talk to me, you're gonna talk to me first or else we're just not talking. You rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I'd like to say that I do things out of sheer curiosity, but what's the last time that I did something out of curiosity? I'd have to agree. You feel superior to other people. Ooh, I don't. Which I know, and this test is probably gonna make me get more of the like turbulence or whatever it's called. Yeah, I don't. So, being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. I'm not really organized or adaptable. Hire me. So I'm just gonna go with neutral. You are usually highly motivated and energetic. It really depends. I hate like black or white questions like this. There's like a gray area, you know? Either I'm like super motivated, I'm getting things done for like weeks on end, like I am on my game, and then I like crash and burn. But also that's kind of because I have depression. So I'm gonna moderately agree. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. It's the Libra in me. I have to agree. It depends on what the debate is, of course, but in general, I mean, a lot of opinions don't matter. I don't know, like something very political, like abortion, for example. People who are pro-life and people who are pro-choice, they are so set in their ways that it's just like, let's not talk about it. And yeah, it's the Libra in me. I just want everyone to be okay. You do not mind being at the center of attention. In everyday situations, if the attention's on me, I just want to go like melt away somewhere. I'm melting! But like, I mean, I put myself out there on the internet. I'll like slightly agree. You consider yourself more practical than creative. I definitely disagree. But I'll moderately disagree because I'm still practical. People rarely upset you. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with this one. Let me eat my bagel. I asked for a plain bagel and look what they gave me. What is this? That's not a bagel. That's like a dinner roll. Like what? Whatever, it's bread. It's often difficult. Oh wait, I skipped one. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. Definitely. Not everything every single day, but if I'm gonna travel, like I'm gonna stress about it months in advance. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. I am going to strongly disagree. It's very easy for me to understand how someone's feeling. In a discussion, the truth should always be more important than people's sensitivities. Sensitivities. I think that's different than like upsetting people. Because nowadays people are so sensitive to everything. I probably shouldn't say that.
Bitch, you won't fight me, hoe.
I am going to agree. Your work style is closer to random spikes of energy than to a methodical, organized approach. Strongly agreed. You are often envious of others. I'm gonna disagree. Yeah, I really don't pay much attention to it. An interesting book or video game is often better than a social event. I'm going to moderately disagree. Maybe I am an extrovert. I don't know. I love social events, but only at specific times with specific people. You know, there needs to be alcohol involved. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. The most important part? I'm gonna disagree. I think having a plan in place is good, but you should be able to change it along the way, as well as definitely not the most important part. If you have a plan, but it's a bad plan, like that's, you know. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. I don't really send a whole lot of emails, but I'm sure text would apply here. I'm gonna do a small disagree, because sometimes it does have me going. You do not let other people influence your actions. I hate to say it, but I do. Especially if people are like, oh my god, we should do blank, 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 like insert crazy thing here. Because I never want to be the person that's just like boring and being like, no. You are more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't really see the value in having a very specific plan of how something's gonna go. Something's always gonna change, so it's kind of useless anyway. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You enjoy going to social events that involve dress up or role play activities. I mean, I love Halloween. I'm gonna lightly agree. I don't really do that much, but I would like to. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Yes. All I do is daydream. You are a relatively reserved and quiet person. See, this is where I get confused whether I'm an introvert or an extrovert, because I am a relatively reserved and quiet person. If you had a business, it would be very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. It'd be hard to fire anybody. I would do it, but it would be hard. I'm gonna do a small agree. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. I definitely do. Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. Logic over heart. No. I mean, it probably is more important, but that's not how I usually value it in everyday life. If your friend is sad about something, you are more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with the problem. Ooh, I'm gonna disagree. Because I am the kind of person that I like to come up with solutions. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Disagree. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. I don't like how this is phrased, because I don't really care about being right, but my neighbors on the my house is my apartment's right here, and there's a house right here, and it's literally so close, and there's a guy on the deck, but he just walked away, so that's good. Okay, but being right is not the thing I find most important, but having the project turn out right, that's what I care about. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll agree. You think that everyone else's views should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. I'll agree. I think some people have ridiculous views, but I think everyone can have whatever views they want to have. That's them. You don't have to agree or disagree. You can mind your own business. Everyone can think the way they want. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. I do not. You frequently misplace your things. I do. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. Gonna disagree, but I do value experiences in life and what they can teach you. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there is not enough time to do everything. That happens. You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. All right, what's more rewarding? Being liked? I would say being liked. Yeah. I don't strongly agree, but yeah, I'd rather have people like me than have power over them, because then you're just like a dictator, right? You always have been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things, books, art, movies. I would say yeah, none of those things, but like poetry and stuff like that a lot of people don't really like. You often take initiative in social situations. I don't do that. Ooh, my results. I did get introverted. I told you, Carly, I am introverted. I only got 37% extroverted. Even though I like parties, like I'm still an introvert. I'm an introvert that likes to party. INFP, mediator. No one can stop you from dreaming. Okay, that's me. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Yeah, I'm definitely more in my own thoughts. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Thinking or feeling. I feel. Yeah, that's fair. I do that. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Prospecting and judging. I always forget what that one means. What does that mean in this context? Search for mineral deposits? That's not right. Look out for, search for. I don't get tactics. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are. I got turbulent.
No!
Isn't that the bad one? That means, because I'm not assertive, so what does turbulent mean? I mean, I know what it means in terms of like a fucking airplane, but what does turbulent mean? Characterized by conflict, not controlled or calm. Okay. Mediator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good in even the worst people and events. That's true. While they may think they are perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising just 4% of the population. I feel like none of these, they all say like, oh, it's only 3% of the population. Like I've gotten a few different results over the years because I've changed as a person, you know, I've grown. And they all say like only however much percent. And it's like, what are people getting when they take this test then? Okay, the risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality. Mediators are guided by their principles rather than logic, excitement, or practicality. They look to honor, beauty, mortality, and virtue. Okay. Mediators are led by the purity of their intent, not rewards and punishments. I would agree with that. Yeah. I agree with most of that. I don't really get the whole honor, beauty, mortality, and virtue thing. That sounds kind of like we're in the medieval time. At their best, these qualities enable mediators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Creating symbols and fantasy worlds in particular fascinate mediators. They are poets, writers, and actors. Sounds like me. Understanding their place in the world is important, and they explore these ideas by projecting themselves into their work. Ability with language doesn't stop with their native tongue. That's not me. I have been very bad at learning languages. I've tried. I would love to be able to speak another language, but I just don't have the brain for it. Listen to many people, but talk to few. They can turn into hermit mode. William Shakespeare.
Wow.
I'm basically Shakespeare.
Alright, what else? Strengths and weaknesses. My strengths, idealistic. Other people depend on us for our optimism. I don't know that I'm optimistic. I don't know, I think in advance I'm always optimistic, which makes me then pessimistic as a repercussion of that. They have no interest in having power over others. Yeah, I don't really care for that. They want everyone to have a voice. Yeah, I mean, I was in journalism. I want everyone to be heard. I think everyone's opinion is valid. A lot of opinions don't matter. Okay, weaknesses. What's it gonna say? Too idealistic. They take their idealisms too far, setting themselves up for disappointments, as I was just saying. Impractical. When something captures mediators' imagination, they can neglect practical matters. They're so focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made of individual trees. Difficult to get to know. They're private, reserved, and self-conscious. Yep. Okay.
Who am I in a relationship?
Mediators are dreamy idealists in the pursuit of the perfect relationship. That's me, and that's very Libra of me as well. Never short on imagination, mediators dream of the perfect relationship, forming an image of this pedestaled idea that is their soulmate. Love all, trust few, do wrong to none. That's me. That's literally me. Love all, trust few, do no wrong to any of them. Okay, so basically we just want everything to be perfect, and that's not how life works. The true friends tend to be few and far between, because those that make the cut are often friends for life. All the friends I've had for a long time. I mean, I met some new ones in college. Most of my friends I've known almost my entire life. They are excellent at reading into people's feelings and motivations, but are unwilling to provide others the same insight. So true. Networking and the friend of the friend of the friend holds little weight. True, yeah. I feel like a lot of people hate networking, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna go play this little PR game. Careers. Perhaps more challenging for mediators to find a satisfying career than any other type. I feel that. So basically they're saying school is difficult for us, like the conventional schooling. Yeah, so basically they're saying it's hard to make it in the world with the traits of a mediator. All the things I'm good at and enjoy doing, like, don't make any money. It's really sad. In the workplace, we face the challenge of taking their work and profession too personally. They aren't interested in controlling others. True. Have a similar distaste for being controlled. True. Conclusion. Few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as mediators. Just kidding. Of course they're gonna wrap it up making it sound like you're the best person in the world, because why else would you want to take a test? Our creativity is invaluable, yet can be easily tripped in areas where their idealism and passion are more of a liability than an asset. Okay, the rest is just kind of talking about,
Wow, wasn't that really accurate?
and I'm like,
Yeah, it was.
I still don't get the whole prospecting versus judging thing. People with judging trait do not like to keep their options open. Oh, so it's the planning part of it. All right, well, yeah, I mean, this is pretty darn accurate at this point in my life. Maybe if I take it a year from now, I'll get an entirely different answer. If you guys have taken the test, I would love to know what your guys' personality type is. Please let me know in the comments. Also, subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the bell so that you can be notified every single time that I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.